Hello, my dear. If you're over 70 or getting close and feel like happiness is slipping through your fingers, stay with me until the end. Because today on Echo Mind, I'm sharing 12 simple yet powerful habits that happy women practice every single day to live with joy, purpose, and peace. And trust me, some of these might surprise you, especially number 9. It's a small shift in mindset that completely changed my perspective on life. The best part? You don't need a lot of money, perfect health, or even a big social circle to feel truly fulfilled. These are things you can start today, right where you are, with what you already have. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about the little daily habits that can make a big difference in your happiness. And before we begin, if you love finding joy in everyday life, hit that like button so more wonderful women like you can find these tips. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Echo Mind for more uplifting wisdom on living your best life at any age. Now, let's dive into habit number 1, the simple morning gratitude ritual that sets the tone for a joyful day. Habit number 1, the morning gratitude ritual. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you immediately check your phone, think about your to-do list, or maybe start worrying about something from the day before? Here's a simple habit that happy women over 70 swear by, starting the day with gratitude. Every morning, before my feet even touch the floor, I take a deep breath and think of 3 things I'm grateful for. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes it's as simple as, I'm grateful for the warm sunshine streaming through my window. I'm grateful for the first sip of my morning tea. I'm grateful for the sound of birds outside, reminding me that the world is alive and beautiful. But here's the twist. Instead of just thinking about it, I write it down. I keep a small notebook by my bed, and every morning I write 1 sentence of gratitude, just one. One morning I wrote, I'm grateful for my strong legs that still take me on morning walks. And just like that, my day felt lighter. I found myself appreciating my body instead of focusing on the little aches and pains. Why does this work? Science backs it up. Studies show that writing down what you're grateful for increases serotonin, reduces stress, and even improves sleep. It trains your brain to look for the good in life. So over time, happiness becomes a habit. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, write down 1 thing you're grateful for. Try for a week and see how it changes your mornings. Now, let's move on to habit number 2, a simple morning ritual that feels like a daily gift to yourself. Habit number 2, a morning ritual that feels like a daily gift. How you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. That's why happy women don't just rush into the day. They create a morning ritual that feels like a small gift to themselves. For me, it's a warm cup of tea made just the way I like it, steaming hot with a touch of honey. I take it to my favorite chair by the window where I can watch the birds flit about in the yard. This simple moment, just me, my tea, and the quiet of the morning, grounds me. It reminds me to slow down, to breathe, to be present. But here's the important part. Your ritual doesn't have to look like mine. Maybe your morning ritual is taking a gentle walk outside, feeling the fresh air on your skin, or reading a chapter of a book that inspires you, or doing a few simple stretches to wake up your body, or just sitting quietly and listening to the sounds of the morning. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it brings you joy and peace. Science shows that starting your day with a calming ritual can reduce stress, improve focus, and even boost overall happiness. The key is to make it intentional. Don't just drink your coffee while scrolling your phone. Turn it into a moment of mindfulness. So, what will your morning ritual be? Choose something that makes you feel good, and make it a non-negotiable part of your day. Now, let's talk about habit number 3, why stepping outside for just a few minutes each day can be life-changing. Habit number 3, get outside for fresh air and perspective. If there's one thing that can instantly lift your mood, it's stepping outside and breathing in fresh air. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But you'd be surprised how many people stay indoors all day without realizing how much they're missing. Happy women make a habit to go outside every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. For me, sometimes it's a slow walk around the neighborhood, saying hello to familiar faces. Other days, I simply sit on my porch with my tea and listen to the rustling of the trees, the birds singing, the world waking up. And you know what? The worries in my head seem to fade away. Because when you step outside, something shifts. The sun on your skin reminds you that you're alive. The gentle breeze clears your mind. The sounds of nature pull you into the present moment. And here's a little science for you. Just 20 minutes outdoors has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even lower blood pressure. And if you can't go for a long walk, that's okay. Even standing on your balcony, sitting by an open window, or watering your plants counts. The goal is to reconnect with the world around you. So today, I challenge you. Step outside for just a few minutes and notice how you feel. Now, let's talk about habit number 4. Why moving your body, even in the smallest ways, can change everything. Habit number 4. Keep the body moving, but make it fun. Let me tell you a secret. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay active. In fact, the happiest women over 70 know that movement isn't about exercise. It's about joy. I used to think staying active meant following a strict workout routine. But then I realized movement should feel good. So now, I move my body in ways that make me smile. Some days, that means a slow walk in the neighborhood, waving to friends along the way. Other days, it's gentle stretching in my living room, or even dancing in my kitchen to my favorite old songs. And yes, I still have my moves. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Moving reduces stiffness and keeps your joints happy. It gives you a natural energy boost, no coffee needed. And most importantly, it makes everyday tasks easier, like climbing stairs or carrying groceries. And here's something interesting. Studies show that regular movement helps keep your mind sharp too. That's because when you move, you increase blood flow to your brain, keeping it active and alert. And guess what? It's never too late to start. Even 5 minutes of stretching, gentle yoga, or a little time in the garden can make a huge difference. So today I invite you, get up and move in a way that makes you feel good. Now, let's talk about habit number 5, the power of daily human connection, and why a simple conversation can make your heart feel so full. Habit number 5, connect with someone every day. Happiness thrives on human connection. No matter how independent we are, we all need moments of kindness, laughter, and shared stories. That's why happy women over 70 make it a habit to connect with someone every single day. Some days, it's a long heart-to-heart with an old friend. Other days, it's something as simple as a quick phone call to my children or a warm good morning to the mailman. And you know what? Those small moments matter. There were times when I thought, oh, I don't want to bother anyone today. But then I made the call anyway, and suddenly my heart felt lighter. Loneliness disappeared, replaced by warmth and connection. Because here's the truth. We often wait for others to reach out, but sometimes they're waiting too. So why not be the one to take the first step? Send a simple text to someone you love. Call a friend just to say hello. Drop off a small surprise for a neighbor, a flower from your garden, a homemade treat, or just a kind note. Science shows that social connection reduces stress, boosts mood, and even increases lifespan. And if you ever feel isolated, remember there are always ways to find community. A book club, a church group, a knitting circle, or even an online community can bring new friendships and joy into your life. So here's my challenge for you. Reach out to someone today. A simple "how are you" might be exactly what they and you need. Now, let's move on to habit number 6. Why learning something new every day keeps your mind sharp and your spirit young. Habit number 6. Learn something new every day. Do you know the secret to staying young at heart? Keep learning. Happy women over 70 never stop being curious. They see every day as a chance to discover something new, something exciting, something that makes life richer. And here's the best part. You don't need to sit in a classroom or take fancy courses. Learning happens in the smallest moments. Some days, I pick up a book and read just one new fact. Other days, I challenge myself to try a new recipe. And sometimes, I simply ask my grandchildren, teach me something I don't know. And trust me, they always do. Recently, I decided to learn watercolor painting. And let me tell you, my first attempts were terrible. But I laughed, kept trying, and little by little I got better. And that's the fun of it. Because learning isn't about being perfect. It's about keeping your brain active, your mind engaged, and your days exciting. And science agrees. Challenging your brain with new information helps improve memory, prevent cognitive decline, and even boost overall happiness. So here's my challenge for you. Learn one new thing today. It could be a fun fact, a new word, or even how to use a feature on your phone you've never touched before. Because when you keep learning, you keep growing. And that's the secret to staying vibrant at any age. Now, let's talk about habit number 7. Why nourishing your body with love isn't just about what you eat, but how you enjoy it. Habit number 7, nourish your body with love. Happiness starts from the inside out, and that includes how we fuel our bodies. Now, I'm not here to tell you to follow strict diets or give up your favorite treats. Trust me, I'll never say no to a piece of chocolate. But I've learned that when I nourish my body with love, I feel better, think clearer, and have more energy to enjoy life. And it's not just about what you eat. It's also about how you eat. Instead of rushing through meals, I take my time. I truly savor each bite. A fresh, juicy peach in the summer, a warm, comforting bowl of soup in the winter, the joy of cooking something from scratch, even if it's just for myself. Eating well doesn't mean being restrictive. It means listening to your body and giving it what it needs. Here are a few small habits that make a big difference. Add more color to your plate. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is the easiest anti-aging secret. Swap out processed foods for fresh, wholesome options whenever possible. And most importantly, enjoy your food. Because here's the truth. Food isn't just fuel. It's joy, it's connection. It's a daily act of self-care. So here's my challenge for you. Make one small change this week. Maybe it's a vibrant salad, a nourishing smoothie, or just slowing down to truly appreciate your meals. Now, let's move on to habit number 8. The powerful impact of small acts of kindness and how they can fill your heart with joy. Habit number 8. Embrace small acts of kindness. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's this. Kindness has a way of coming back to you. And the happiest women I know, they make kindness a daily habit. Not big, grand gestures, just small, simple acts that brighten someone's day and in turn, fill your own heart with joy. Some days, it's baking a batch of cookies for a neighbor. Other days, it's writing a handwritten note to an old friend just to say, I'm thinking of you. And sometimes, it's as effortless as smiling at a stranger, because you never know who needs that warmth. I recently started writing little thank you notes to people in my life, even for things they did ages ago. The responses I got were incredible. People told me how much it meant to them, how it made their day, how they felt seen and appreciated. And that's the magic of kindness. It creates a ripple effect. Science even proves it. Acts of kindness boost serotonin, reduce stress, and increase overall happiness. It's not just good for the person receiving it. It's good for you. And here's something important. Kindness isn't just for others. Be kind to yourself too. Let go of self-criticism. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you'd show a dear friend. Celebrate the wonderful, resilient person that you are. So today, I have a small challenge for you. Do one kind thing for someone else or for yourself. Because when you choose kindness, you create a circle of happiness that never fades. Now, let's move on to habit number 9. Why taking time for reflection can bring you peace, clarity, and even more gratitude for life. Habit number 9. Take time for reflection. As I've grown older, I've realized something. Life feels richer when you take time to pause and reflect. In a world that's always rushing forward, happy women make it a habit to slow down, look back, and appreciate the moments that truly matter. Every evening, I take a few quiet minutes to ask myself, what made me smile today? What lesson did today teach me? What's one small victory I can celebrate? Sometimes, I write my thoughts in a simple journal, nothing fancy, just a few sentences about what stood out to me. Other times, I simply sit by my window, watch the sunset, and let my mind wander. And you know what? This small habit changed the way I see my life. Instead of dwelling on things that went wrong, I find myself appreciating the good. Instead of feeling like time is slipping away, I realize every day has something worth remembering. Science backs this up. Reflecting on positive moments strengthens memory, reduces stress, and even improves emotional well-being. And here's a little secret. Reflection isn't about looking for perfection. It's about finding peace in the present moment and wisdom in your experiences. So tonight, before you go to bed, I invite you to take a moment of reflection, even if it's just one thought, one small gratitude, or one lesson learned. Now, let's talk about habit number 10, the power of surrounding yourself with beauty and how it can bring joy into your everyday life. Habit number 10, surround yourself with beauty. One of the simplest ways to bring joy into your life is to surround yourself with beauty. Now, I don't mean expensive art or luxurious decor. Beauty isn't about price. It's about presence. It's about creating an environment that feels warm, inviting, and uniquely yours. For me, that means fresh flowers on my table, even if it's just a single bloom from my garden, framed photos of loved ones, reminding me of cherished memories, soft candlelight in the evening, making my home feel cozy and peaceful. But beauty isn't just inside our homes. It's all around us. The golden glow of the sunrise, the gentle rustling of the trees in the wind, the laughter children playing nearby. When you start noticing the little moments of beauty, life feels fuller, richer, and more meaningful. Science even shows that being in beautiful surroundings, whether in nature or a well-loved space, can lower stress, boost creativity, and increase happiness. And the best part? You don't have to wait for beauty to come to you. You can create it. So today, I challenge you, add one small touch of beauty to your life. Maybe it's tidying up a space, adding a little color to your room, or simply stepping outside to admire the sky. Because when you fill your world with beauty, you fill your heart with joy. Now, let's move on to habit number 11. Why celebrating your accomplishments, big and small, can bring more happiness than you ever imagined. Habit number 11. Celebrate what you've accomplished. It's easy to focus on the things we haven't done yet, isn't it? We think about the goals we didn't reach, the dreams we put on hold, the things we wish we had done differently. But here's what happy women over 70 know. Your life is already full of victories worth celebrating. Take a moment to think back. The challenges you've overcome, the kindness you've shown to others, the memories you created, the lives you've touched. Those are accomplishments, and they deserve to be honored. Sometimes, I like to sit with an old photo album or reread letters from loved ones. It reminds me of the life I built, the love, the laughter, the lessons, even the hard moments, the ones I thought I'd never get through, became part of my strength. And guess what? You don't have to wait for a big achievement to celebrate yourself. Did you go for a walk today? That's worth celebrating. Did you try something new? That's worth celebrating. Did you get through a tough day with grace? That's worth celebrating. Because happiness isn't about chasing what's next. It's about appreciating what's already here. So today, I invite you to do something simple. Take a moment to celebrate yourself. Maybe write down one thing you're proud of, or simply smile and say, I've done well. Now, let's move on to habit number 12. Why prioritizing laughter and joy keeps your spirit young at any age. Habit number 12. Prioritize laughter and joy. If there's one thing that keeps your heart young, it's laughter. Happy women over 70 make joy a daily priority. Not by waiting for something exciting to happen, but by choosing to see the humor and beauty in everyday life. For me, that means watching a funny movie or an old comedy show that makes me laugh out loud. Swapping jokes and stories with friends, because shared laughter is even sweeter. Not taking myself too seriously. When I forget why I walked into a room, I laugh and move on. And do you know what's amazing? Science proves that laughter truly is the best medicine. It reduces stress and lowers blood pressure. It boosts the immune system. It increases feel-good endorphins, making you instantly happier. But joy isn't just about laughter. It's about making time for the things that light up your soul. For me, that's baking, painting, and spending time with my grandchildren. For you, it might be gardening, playing music, or dancing when no one's watching. The point is, joy doesn't have to be big or loud. Sometimes it's as simple as sitting outside, feeling the breeze, and soaking in the moment. So today, I challenge you. Find one thing that makes you smile and do more of it. Because when you prioritize joy, you invite happiness to take root in your life. And there you have it. 12 simple yet powerful habits that happy women over 70 practice every day to live with more joy, purpose, and peace. But now, I have a question for you. Which one of these habits speaks to you the most? Will you start your mornings with gratitude? Step outside for a breath of fresh air, or maybe add a little more laughter into your days? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video. It helps more wonderful women like you find these uplifting tips. Subscribe to Echo Mind for more wisdom on living your best life at any age. Share this with a friend who could use a little extra joy and inspiration today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Stay happy, stay grateful, and keep shining. I'll see you in the next video.